um, the banner in front of your booth here,
Yeah.
the OG voice of Vegeta.
Yeah.
The question I want to ask to you is something that I've talked with Veronica Taylor about,
Yeah.
who played Ash for the first few seasons of Pokemon
Yeah.
until it was Pokemon USA about the show, and then Sarah Narducci took over
Yeah.
since then. And I asked her how did she feel about sort of someone else taking over her role, and she said, "Well, it is a bit strange that you watch a show and like you see the character you played and someone else's voice comes out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she said, we understood the cast. We didn't have a choice. It was moving over. There's going to be a new cast. We knew that.
Yeah.
What's your relationship with Chris Sabat, and how do you and how what is your relationship with the character of Vegeta?
Vegeta, I have a love-hate relationship with Vegeta because he's my first anime role. He's one of the greatest characters I've ever played, but I've lost my voice more times on that show than anything else because it is a killer show to do just because of the power-ups, the screaming, the fighting. It's brutal to work on. But Chris is a great guy. I love Chris. Chris brought me back in Dragon Ball Super to play copy Vegeta. But when the show moved, I didn't really have a ton of feeling about it because I was on so many shows at that same time. I was like, oh, I guess it's moving. But then what happened was only the American version of it moved. Then it came back and we continued recording and we did all of Dragon Ball Z that was seen in Canada on YTV back then days. So, and in Europe, London, England, Ireland. So there were parts of the world that just saw me as Vegeta for all of Dragon Ball Z. The US were the only ones that saw it change. But Super was different. I'm not a part of Super except for that small role of copy Vegeta, which was really fun. And Chris invited me to do that. So that was a great thing. I love Chris. We have a great relationship.
Yeah, like you were part of the main cast of Super, but I always ask all the voice actors who played in the OG Dragon Ball back in the 90s.
Yeah.
What was your feeling when you heard that Dragon Ball is coming back with Dragon Ball Super?
Because I wasn't part of Super at the time, like I wasn't the voice of it, I didn't have big feelings about it, but I was excited just to see the franchise continue to be popular, as I am when Dragon Ball Z Daima came out and I saw the new casting, and I know that more of Super is being done when I see the new movies come out. I'm always excited to know that such a cool character and a cool franchise is continuing to exist because it allows me to still talk about the origins of it, which are with me right here in Vancouver, where the first voice of North American voice of Vegeta was created, and that's right here.